The cage is set, and the energy is reaching a fever pitch for UFC Winnipeg. Thiago Moises is storming into this event with a championship mindset, drawing heavy inspiration from the legendary comeback story of Charles Oliveira. He is looking to prove he has exactly what it takes to secure that gold, even if the road ahead is a brutal test of skill and iron will against a hungry Gage Young.
Never run out of battery again with the INIU portable charger, the slimmest 10,000 mAh power bank that keeps your devices charged on the go. Stay powered up wherever you go. Click the link in the video description to shop now on Amazon.
But the fight card is already taking a hit before the first bell even rings. We have just received word that the highly anticipated flyweight showdown between Mitch Raposo and Allan Nascimento has been pulled from the lineup. It is a tough break for the fans and the fighters as an unexpected illness forced the medical staff to step in and put a halt to their plans. While that fight is off the table for this weekend, the action is not slowing down. The promotion is already shifting gears to get Mitch Raposo back on track for a future date, as the flyweight division continues to be a battlefield where every single victory carries massive weight. The show at the Canada Life Centre will proceed with a stacked card of 12 remaining bouts that promise non-stop action. Finally, we take a look at the massive emotional victory for Kevin Holland, who just snapped his losing streak at UFC 327 in a way he will never forget. His win over Randy Brown sparked a wild celebration all the way into his father's prison yard, where inmates and guards alike were chanting for him during the broadcast. It is a reminder of the human side behind these warriors, and you do not want to miss any more stories like this. Subscribe to the channel and hit that bell to stay locked in for every update. Ever wonder what separates a perennial gatekeeper from a future world champion? Sometimes it's not just skill, it's the audacity to rewrite your own narrative. Ahead of his showdown at UFC Winnipeg, Thiago Moises is doing exactly that. With a UFC record hovering at 8-7, some critics are quick to label his title aspirations as pure fantasy, but Moises isn't listening to the noise. Instead, he's looking at the blueprint of a legend, Charles du Bronx Oliveira. Think about it, Oliveira's path to the gold was anything but linear. He slogged through years of inconsistency before clicking into a gear that no one saw coming. Moises sees his own reflection in that climb. He's faced the gauntlet, battling names like Islam Makhachev and Benoit Saint-Denis, and he's convinced that his comeback story is just waiting for the right spark. Coming off a tough loss to Jared Gordon, Moises took some crucial time away to embrace fatherhood and relocate his camp to the Fighting Nerds in Sao Paulo. He claims this has been the best training block of his entire life, fueled by a new sense of gratitude rather than the heavy weight of pressure. But standing in his way is Gage Young, a hungry 25-year-old looking to make a massive statement. While Moises holds a significant experience edge, he isn't taking this lightly, acknowledging that youth and hunger are dangerous weapons in the cage. It's a classic clash of veteran composure versus up-and-coming ambition. Can Moises turn his career trajectory around and prove that he belongs at the top of the lightweight food chain, or will the young gun derail his championship dreams before they really get moving? If you want to see if Moises can channel his inner Oliveira and keep that title dream alive, make sure you're tuned into UFC Winnipeg this Saturday. Let us know in the comments. Is Moises right to dream of the belt, or is it time for him to accept a different role in the division? Don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more deep dives into the stories defining the fight game. Remember, in the octagon, the only opinion that counts is the one you earn with your fists. Ever trained for months, pushed your body to the absolute brink, only to have the rug pulled out from under you by a simple bug? That is the brutal reality of the fight game, and unfortunately, it is exactly what has hit this weekend's UFC event in Winnipeg. We are down a fight on Saturday's card at the Canada Life Centre, as the flyweight scrap between Mitch Raposo and Allan Nascimento has been officially scrapped. It is a massive disappointment for the fans, but even more so for the athletes who pour their lives into these camps. Sources tell us that Raposo was forced off the card due to a sudden illness, and while the UFC hasn't made an official announcement yet, the writing was on the wall when the promotion's medical staff stepped in. Raposo, who holds a 10-3 record, didn't just walk away. He actually wanted to push through it. But when you are dealing with excessive vomiting and severe flu-like symptoms, the doctors have to act as the gatekeepers of athlete safety. His coach, Tyson Chartier, even shared a sobering shot of Raposo getting his vitals checked while bedridden, proving just how much these fighters are willing to endure. The silver lining here? It looks like the UFC is already looking to rebook this clash for UFC Fight Night 279 on June 20 at the Apex in Vegas. The show will go on, though, with the remaining 12 bouts still set to deliver the fireworks we expect. It is a tough break for Winnipeg, but that is the unpredictability of MMA for you. What do you think? Should fighters be allowed to compete through illness, or is the doctor's intervention always the right call? Drop a comment below and let's get the conversation started. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more updates on all things UFC. After all, in this sport, the biggest opponent is often the one you never see coming. Ever feel like the MMA gods just have a cruel sense of humor? Just days before the action kicks off at the Canada Life Centre in Winnipeg, we've got a last-minute shakeup for UFC Fight Night 273. Flyweight contender Mitch Raposo has officially been forced to withdraw from his bout against Allan Nascimento. It is always a tough pill to swallow when you have been grinding through a full fight camp only for your body to quit on you at the finish line. According to reports, the UFC medical team had no choice but to pull the plug after Raposo suffered from severe, persistent vomiting and flu-like symptoms throughout the week. His coach, Tyson Chartier, even shared a sobering photo of him being monitored in bed, proving that when the doctors say it is a no-go, they really mean it. It is a genuine shame, especially since both of these guys are riding real momentum. Raposo was looking to build on his first UFC win, while Nascimento is currently on a scorching 4-fight winning streak. The good news? The UFC isn't letting this matchup vanish into thin air. We are already hearing rumblings that the promotion is working to rebook this scrap for UFC Fight Night 279 on June 20th at the Apex in Vegas. For now, the Winnipeg card rolls on with 12 solid bouts to keep us entertained. If you are as bummed about the scratch as I am, drop a comment below and let me know who you have winning the rescheduled fight. And if you want to stay in the loop with all the latest cageside news, hit that subscribe button. Remember, in this sport, the toughest opponent isn't always the person across the octagon. Sometimes, it's just the luck of the draw. Have you ever wondered what it feels like to have your entire life's work culminate in a single, shared moment of redemption? For UFC star Kevin Holland, his recent victory over Randy Brown at UFC 327 wasn't just about climbing back up the welterweight rankings. It was about a much deeper, more personal connection. After snapping a frustrating 2-fight losing streak, Holland reminded the world why he's a fan favorite. But the real story didn't happen inside the octagon. It happened behind bars. Holland revealed that because the fight was broadcast on major television, his father, a man who has been incarcerated for the entirety of Kevin's life, was finally able to watch him compete. In a scene that sounds like something straight out of a movie, Holland shared that after the decision was read, his father called home to report that the entire prison yard had erupted, chanting, "Holland, Holland," for the duration of the fight. It's a powerful reminder that while we often view these athletes as larger-than-life warriors, their journeys are rooted in the same human emotions and family bonds that connect us all. The fact that the inmates and even the guards were caught up in the energy of his fight proves just how magnetic Kevin Holland is as a performer. Now, with his career back on the right track, Holland is turning his focus toward the upcoming battles in Winnipeg, eyeing a potential clash with the winner of the Burns-Malott headliner. He is officially back in the title hunt, and honestly, the division should be on notice. But what do you think? Should Holland climb the ranks against a top contender, or is there another matchup you want to see? Drop your predictions in the comments below, and let's get the conversation started. If you enjoyed this breakdown, hit that like button and subscribe for more deep dives into the stories behind the fights. After all, the best victories are the ones that resonate long after the final bell.